Today's video, sports parenting to lose. I'm excited about this video. This is one of my 2 or 3 favorite topics. Sports parenting to lose. Before we get started, guys, please subscribe, hit the bell, get a notification every time we upload. Make sure you're out checking out our videos. Like, comment, let's have some discussions about what's going on, whether it be sports parenting, hitting, any of that stuff. Thank you so much. Let's go inside and talk about it. All right, guys, sports parenting to lose. It sounds so morbid to almost everybody, but I would tell you that every parent, I hate to use the word every, most parents want to provide their children with more opportunities to be successful than they had, with more opportunities to be comfortable than they had, with more options and material goods and song and dance lessons, music lessons, everything we want to give to our kiddos. But right now, in this time, more successful people are saying the number one thing that helped them to be driven to be successful was losing, was failing, was coming up short. So my question is, are you hurting your child by keeping them in a situation, in an environment that allows them to be the most successful they can be at all times? Are you retarding their ability to grow by having them in a place where they're not competing, where it's easy for them to just get by? Are we retarding their development by encouraging them to be super successful without work? And the answer is, we probably are. And we're doing it, guys, at every level. I'm a baseball coach, so we're doing it by having kiddos who are smaller and younger swing, drop 12 bats, and then drop 8 bats, and then drop 5 bats. And we continue to say, hey, well, they're not strong enough, or they're not big enough. But the reality is, we all played, if you're 40 or older, and we had dropped 3 bats, and we did just fine. And I would argue that we're stronger than these kiddos are today because we played outside, and we wrestled, and we did all these other things to compete against each other. And there was nothing put together to make sure that there was a classification for everybody. I can't say that these classifications are bad, like there's more kids playing than ever before, and that's great. But if you're parenting, if you're coaching, if you're putting kids in a situation because you want them to become as good as they can be, they need to be challenged. They need to be put in a position where all they're trying to do is be the best they can be, and sometimes their best isn't good enough. I don't have a formula for it. Every child's different. But what I do know is that if you work at it, if you put yourself in a situation where you say, hey, this is gonna be really hard for you, and if you continue to work and put your time in, you're going to become a good player. You're going to become a good student. You're going to become a good teammate. You're going to become a good friend. Because all of those things are about overcoming adversity. They're about solving problems. And if we don't ever have any adversity, if we don't have very much problems, if it's never our responsibility, if we're never accountable, how are we gonna be able to handle it when it finally comes? It's difficult, guys. I don't want anybody to think I'm telling you, hey, you're not doing a good job. What I want you to say is, hey, is there a way I can challenge my son or daughter to be the best they can be? You see, one of the things that I'm learning right now, and I'm doing some reading, is that who I am today is not the person I'm gonna be. So for somebody to say, hey man, you're a really good speaker. Thanks, but I wasn't always a really good speaker. Or thanks, but I'm gonna be a better speaker because I'm practicing. For somebody to say, hey, you're really intelligent. You know, or maybe I wasn't always intelligent. Maybe I went to school and I struggled and now I'm better, and now I'm putting in time and effort to be even better than this. And that's what sport is. Sport is, hey, this is who you are today, and maybe it's good enough, maybe it's not. But when you put the time and effort and energy in, then you become a different person. You develop different skills. You grow at a higher level, and that's what sport's about. So sports parents, parent to lose. Go to the games thinking about the opportunity to parent, not to coach. Oh, he didn't run all the way down the baseline. That's not finishing your job. that's not finishing the task. That has nothing to do with your skills. That has nothing to do with your technique. That has to do with you as a person. And I can parent that. Oh man, he really showed a lot of emotion on that third strike call. That's not a skill. That's a parenting moment. That's when we get embarrassed, when we are like, oh my God, he's acting like that, she's acting like that, we're embarrassed. But the reality is, we're supposed to act that way until we're trained differently, until we parent differently. So being at games, looking for parenting moments is awesome way to go about being at the games. It's entertaining, it's fun. I love to watch my kiddo play. I love it when he hits doubles. I like it when he makes plays. I find myself really looking for, is he pushing himself when he's tired? Is he communicating? Is he backing up? Yes, I want him to swing his bat and hit doubles. I get excited about that too. But realistically, my job when I get in that car is to say, man, I love the way you hustled today. I like how you backed up. I like how you communicated. I like all these things. Or you know what? You didn't give your best effort today. And I personally, I'm not watching that. I'm not here to watch you be lazy. I'm not here to watch you be uninterested. I'm not here to watch you act as though you're better than other people. I'm here to make sure you're living up to the guy you're supposed to be. And so by putting our players in challenging positions where they're not going to win, where we parent to lose, gives those guys the opportunity to become the best they can be. I don't have a formula. I'm not telling you to put your 5-year-old against 4th grade players. I'm telling you to get them in challenging situations, continue to challenge them, encourage them to work through the challenging spaces. Give them the tools it takes to be successful rather than placing them in the class or on the field with people who aren't as good as them to make them successful. Enough for me today, guys. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Make sure you get a notification. And remember, when in doubt, hit it out. Okay.